Well, boss, I got you. I got you. Yeah, man. I'm excited about this one. You know, some things you just, some things is more than a feeling. It's about using your gifts. And obviously, we've been spending a lot of time on what's right now the biggest crisis to the Dallas Cowboys. And that's how the left tackle is going to be addressed. It's no mystery. Everybody knows it. It's just what it is. All right? But, we go deal with it here because we go break this all the way down even to another level. The mental, all right? So we go look at some things. We go break down our player today. All right? Very important that we able to break down our player. All right? And breaking down our player today, we gonna be dealing with Tyler Smith, then and now. All right? That's what we're gonna be dealing with. Tyler Smith, then and now. All right? Because that's gonna let us know what we need to know. Alright, we're gonna break him down. We're gonna break down everything about him. That's gonna be the key, is breaking down everything about this man. Alright? And it's good. It's real good. I'ma just tell you, this show made me have a deeper respect for my boy Big Game James, my boy J Tuck. Just keeping it real, man. Just respecting what these boys do, respecting how they go about it, even when we disagree. Just keeping it real. It's some things I peep. So we go talk about all that stuff, man. But once again, your boy Boss, he gonna be back. Y'all just hold tight. Be right back. Y'all listen to some music. Feeling good, Billy Ray. Feeling good, Valentine. Let's go. Friday night freestyle. Let's get it. What's up, people, man? It's your boy, Boss Cowboy. All right. Doing what we always do. We go bring some solutions. Because that's what we known for. Now, some people catching up to that, but we go talk about some solutions because it's pretty obvious, especially when you listen to the owner coming out, and he's very vocal about, hey man, we finna give Tyler Smith a PhD in left tackle. So yeah, we finna fall for reverse cheat, but hey, this is my team regardless. I'm gonna ride with you, baby. I'm gonna go ride with you, even if I don't agree. But I'm still riding. I'm all the way with you, baby. I love you. Girl, I love you. And I'm talking about the Dallas Cowboys. I have a love affair with these Dallas Cowboys. So, I see people in the building. Let me make sure my chat stuff is working. Y'all give me 1 second. That's always first. I gotta be able to get y'all comments in the show. All right, let me test one of these comments. My boy Jeff say, what up, boss? Let me see if it worked. It didn't go through. Give me 1 second. So you always got to test this stuff, man. Huh? No, I don't want to close out. All right, give me a second. Let me test it. All right, here we go. Okay, still didn't work. Y'all give me 1 second. Let me just test it real quick. Yeah, I think it worked now. Yeah, it's working. All right. So now we got y'all comments in the show. And once I get that, I'm ready to do the show. All right, because we got to have y'all voices in here. My boy, Star Breezy, thank you for the camera work and upgrades, brother. Yes, the video is looking much better because of my boy, Star Breezy. All right. Now, he don't charge too much, but if y'all needing some help on your podcast and some technical help, this is the guy. He only charge you about $200. So he's not that bad. If you want top-notch quality, Star Breezy is the guy to look for if you're looking to upgrade and have better production. Star Breezy, $200, starting, but that's real good for what you get. Hey, I just want to just tell y'all, it's not it's not easy, nor is it cheap, but that's just what it is. But thank you, Star. I do like the camera, man. So I see Swain in the building, Steven in the building, Mickey, what's up? Jay Bryant, Jeff, Rock the Villain, True Vibes, Craig, Amp, my homie. Hopefully the new job going good, big dog. We need to catch up about that. Lauren, Gary, he said, yo. Yeah, man.
Yoga fire.
What's up, man? Y'all throw some flames up, man. Make me feel better when I see y'all with me with them flames. And then So, all right. So, yeah, here we go. So, it's Friday. And I got good news on Friday. It's good news. So, what we talking about today is actually very good news, all right? Now, what's up, Chris? What's up, Jerez Allen? What's going on? But all right, just keeping it real, I do have to start with the reality, okay? Because but it's good news. This is gonna be a good show, a good breakdown, and what I see is good, all right? Because obviously we prefaced it with Tyler Smith then and now. So obviously when we talking about then and now, that's for a reason, all right? So it's some differences. That's what I'm basically clearly saying in this show, that there's already some differences in him, some very observable differences, all right? That's very good. So one thing, let's just all use our eye test right now. Let's first start with our eyes. That's something that we do over here because we believe in film over here. We don't apologize. What's up, CFT? My boy say my dog. What's up, dog? What's up? Always good to see you in the building, bro. Always good to see CFT, man. He one of the best in the game, no doubt. Very genuine dude. I love it because my boy called balls and strikes and he don't play. I love his spirit about the Cowboys. He definitely rocks his independence with a beautiful swag. Like he shows the power of independent. He's very bold. He'll just say whatever needs to be said. No sugar. Just boom. I just love, when guys really have a moxie about their independence, and he's not cocky. It's just that he got a lot of strength in what he say, and I love it, man. Shout out to CFT. Glad to see you, big dog. Let me get these phones ready too. Y'all give me 1 second. Let me get the phones ready today. I didn't have them ready yesterday, so when we obviously open up the phone lines, we gonna be ready to go. But I was starting with obviously the before, okay? So because that's important what I'm talking about, the befores and afters, and then and now. All right, and I'm not just talking when I say that. So let's just first kind of look at the obvious because I talked about using our eyes, okay? So since we're talking about using our eyes, let's just first start with the obvious. What do you see about him? And the date on this is only May 13th, 2022. It should be real obvious. And my boy Rome say, appreciate you, man. Real talk, salute. Yeah, me too, bro. I appreciate you too, bro. I really do. I really do. So what do y'all see different about him? It's real obvious too. Well, first of all, what you see is you see a lot less chin. Okay, let's keep it real. We see a lot less chin. This dude looked like he came from his mama house. This guy, all right? This particular guy. Now, he was a first rounder on May 13th, 2022. Clear first rounder. Let's look at him as of yesterday. Same guy. Way less chin. You see how tight that chin is? Just look at it. Huh? That boy done lost a lot of weight. Right? And to do what he did in just 3 months says a lot about him. All right. So that's the first thing I'm going to start with is you can't do what he did in terms of that body transformation unless you are ultimately committed to your job.
Yoga fire! Yoga fire! Yoga flame!
You can't do that unless you're ultimately committed. And I'm gonna tell you this from experience, okay? From me being around guys who had to make these massive weight losses and gains for the sport, okay? Because he clearly looks different. He clearly looks different, all right? And so when we talking about the then and now, right? We talking about what he looked like 3 months ago, what he was talking about 3 months ago, and how's he talking now? Because now we breaking down the mentality of the guy that's likely getting ready to be thrown in the fire. And from my analysis and listening to him and studying him as a person, we got us a still of a person, all right? And it's making me gain more confidence. Steven says just a hairdo, boss. No, it's more than a hairdo. It's a major difference in him. It's a major difference. But I want to give y'all some background on what I know from experience. Because when I was at the University of Houston and I was playing football, the OC had a major competitor. His competitor was named Grover Thompson, right? He was a major athlete that came out of Wisconsin. He was 6'7". He walked in 265. So the first thing they did is they put him at defensive end because he was just an athlete. Okay, just hear me out. He was an athlete. So then that didn't work out. They didn't have the coaches to really get him going, right? So then they moved him to tackle. I watched my boy Grover in 6 months gain 60 pounds, 50 to 60 pounds for the sport. And I watch how he had to eat just to get prepared. It was disgusting. But he was so committed to being a good tackle that he put on that weight. My boy got up to about 310 competing against the OC. Now, the OC never gave up the job. I'm telling you, OC is a competitor. Trust me. The OC competitive? Oh, yeah. You're not taking my boy job. I'm just being real. The OC day one was a monster. I'm talking about as a freshman. The OC had that look in his eye that he was going to never give up that tackle position, and he never did. He played through injuries. He played through all kind of broken bones, man. OC is a dog, all right? But I'm just telling you the story of the guy that was trying to take him out. So it didn't work out for my boy Grover. So they then moved him to tight end because they was like, hey, we got you playing tackle. You 6'7", you a big dude. Jabari ain't moving. Well, that's the OC. The OC not moving. He doing good. It's nothing we gonna be able to do with him. So let's move you to tight end. So then I saw, cause all of these guys are like my close friends. Like the OC, very close friend. This guy, very close friend. We was going to church and everything together. Like we was everything. Like we was road dogs, all right? Like got each other through a lot of hard days as young men at the University of Houston. And when they moved my boy Grover to tight end, I want y'all to hear me out. I saw what he had to go through to then go back down to 260 to 270. And I was with him every day. And his diet to lose weight that fast was crazy. My boy only ate crackers and Raisin Bran. That was his meals every day to lose weight. But he was so dedicated that he did it. And I watched it. And it was a discipline that required a discipline every day. It was no days off for Grover to hit his goal weight. He had to be committed to the game to go from 310 back down to 265 in the off season. And he had to only eat, and I watched him every day. I watched him. Now I'm eating what I want. I'm a cornerback. I'm eating steaks. I'm eating pizza. I'm eating whatever I want. And I guess I wasn't a good friend because I'm doing it in front of him too. I'm doing it in front. I'm just eating, and my boss every day, crackers, Raisin Bran, crackers, Raisin Bran. I said, bro, you go do this every day? He said, every day. I don't eat nothing but stuff that's gonna flush this weight off me. So when you been around guys and saw what they had to go through to hit certain goals at record times, to be prepared to play. True Vibe say, nah, boss, you wasn't a good friend. I wasn't. I ain't gonna lie. I was eating steaks right in front of him. I didn't even care. I mean, True Vibes. I'm serious too. I mean, bro, I'm sitting there eating. Bro, you gonna eat Raisin Bran again, dog? He like, yeah. I'm like, oh, damn, bro, that's that's commitment. I was wrong, True. I'm sitting there eating for the. So, Raisin Bran again. It is. Hey man, bring me that burger. But I saw it up close. So when I saw it up close and I saw the commitment, I'm being real, y'all. When I saw the commitment to go from what he was then to what he is now, that gives me a whole lot of faith in his mentality to be great. And that's just starting with the look. That's just looking at that chin. Look at the chin. Look at the difference in him in just a look. It is obvious that in 3 months, in just 3 months, this man has totally transformed his body for the game. You could even see it on the film. All right. You can even see it on the film. Let's look at him in college, right? Look at him in college, right? And just look at him. We not grading him. We not doing a plus or minus assessment. We're just looking at his body, right? Then look at him now. Look at him now. Look at the difference. See, that guy that was in college, that boy, that was a guard playing tackle. That was a guard playing tackle. This guy, this new guy, the guy that prepared himself for this moment, this impossible moment that he's in. This guy is built like a tackle. And see, and listen, y'all, this ain't no smoke I'm giving you. This is measured Kool-Aid. All right. I'm giving you very measured Kool-Aid.
It's a big thing for Boss Cowboy to actually say publicly that he drunk Kool-Aid. Listen, I do not drink Kool-Aid without first measuring.
It's very measured, what I'm telling you. And I'm telling you this from experience, from living this, from being around guys and watching them on a daily basis. See, I was a former Division I athlete, so we used to watch these offensive linemen. I used to be right there with them. It wasn't no, oh, I know this guy from television. No, we was eating the same study halls, and we was in the same study halls, the same meal plans. We was in the same lines when it was time to eat, and I saw what it's like. So just breaking this down, keep being thorough about this. The guy at minimum, even from just his weight, and then we go listen to him. We go break him down then, and then we go also listen to him now, and then we go sum this up on his preparedness to be the left tackle. All right, we go just break this down, because I also want to be clear about this before we break him down even more. I want to be very clear on what I'm getting ready to say. The Cowboys put him in a hard situation. Okay? I want to be very clear on that. They did not put him in a position to win. And if he does well, it's going to be because of him. It's not going to be because of the Cowboys. It's going to be because he took the personal pride in being ready, because his organization plan did not prepare him. So I've shown y'all this, and this is why I was not for the plan that they seem they go roll out with, where they go just throw him out there at left tackle. And there's some legit reasons why I'm not. Okay. So first of all, number one, and I'm just doing a quick recap. Number one, and the number one reason I'm not with it is because I've researched what it's like for you to be thrown out there. And it's not good. Okay? So I've shown y'all this. I'm going to just play it one more time, just real quick. But we go talk about the now though, because there's some good things about Tyler that can make him a miracle worker. So let's just listen, and then we go break this down.
Or to the challenge of that, of, you know, maybe a lot of weeks you don't know where you might end up playing on Sunday, and just going in and doing the best you can.
How much work preparation are you able to get in at each position to prepare properly?
Yeah, you get as many as you can. You know, we've only got so many reps every single day in practice, but understanding how many reps you have and how you divide those reps, and where you feel like, you know, if you don't feel as comfortable at a certain position, making sure.
And this comment right here is so fire. Mickey said with the super chat, she said Tyler would be great because of him, but sadly the Jones would take credit. Yeah, because they was reverse cheap on him. They was very reverse cheap. To just throw him out there, that's being reverse cheap. That is not ideal. But it's a lot about him that give me good vibes, and we go talk about that. That's why I say this is a good show, because I know some people that be like, Boss, your channel is so negative. I just want to be happy, boss. I know, bro. Listen, y'all gonna learn to love your boy, boss. Y'all gonna learn. You know, just know that I bring up problems for solutions.
That you get those reps, and our coaches do a great job of understanding that as well, and making everyone aware of the game plan and the substitutions. And really, it comes down to, you know, you got to put yourself in the spot. You got to make sure you get those reps. So on Sunday, whatever spot you might end up in, you're going to be comfortable there.
So I was making the case when I showed this that the Saints actually cross-train their offensive linemen, so if people suddenly go down, they're prepared, right? But I'm not making that case. We're not even talking about that right now. All right, but we more so talking about, and I'm showing, and this is all I'm doing. I'm showing and proving that the Cowboys put him, Tyler Smith, our first rounder, in a less than ideal situation. Listen.
To require you kind of like train that mindset. I'm assuming like high school, college, you're kind of the starter all along the way, and then really in a position now where you have to gain the right frame of mind to kind of enter.
Yeah, definitely. That was a big transition. And early in my career, it's actually my rookie year, I learned the hard way what that's like, not preparing enough at a certain position. And then.
Hold on, Osiris. First of all, big dog, Listen, bro, I know you believe in not moving linemen around, but watch your tone, big dog. Like, I ain't no kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to talk to you like no kid. Don't talk to me like no kid. You know what I'm saying? All this stop tripping and all that kind of stuff. Nah, bro. Let's take our temperatures down and let's talk about this reasonable. All right? That's how we do stuff over here. We talk things out. We don't, I ain't acting like I'm over you. You definitely ain't gonna act like you over me though, big dog. So let's just be clear on that. Yeah. So nah. And I ain't tripping. Because what I'm doing is I'm showing you, which you should be paying attention to, is the evidence that they have thrown him in a bad situation. Just listen.
Going in on Sunday and, feeling like, oh man, I don't feel good at this, or, this isn't what I'm used to. So I learned the hard way. But after that, everyone.
So he said he learned the hard way from being thrown out there.
On Sunday and, feeling like, oh man, I don't feel good at this, or, this isn't what I'm used to. So I learned the hard way. But after that, everyone gets baptized by fire at some point, and that was it for me. So after that, just learning that in practice, you gotta, like I said earlier, you gotta switch up where you're going. If you're in charge of backing up two positions, you gotta play two positions in practice. That's just how it is. That's part of your job.
So he said basically when I was thrown out there, he took it upon himself to be pro to the point to where he would say, you know what, I'm going to take it upon me to make sure I get the extra reps at practice in case I'm needed. Because he learned through the baptism of fire. That's what he called it.
Yoga, fire! Yoga, fire! Yoga, flame!
Yeah, which he said that was not ideal. All right, so that's one. All right, so two, let's show you some Hall of Famers. Because what I'm showing you is that he is going to have to be mentally tough, and we are going to have to be patient. We're going to have to exercise patience. You know what I mean? Because I'm just being honest with you, and I'm showing you the evidence. This is not my opinion. This is not some YouTuber talking out his butt. I'm showing you pros saying what I said. Okay? So obviously the next example is obviously the debate that happened publicly. All right? So let's go through the debate that happened even on the last preseason game. So we gonna start with the playmaker. All right? So here's the playmaker. Let's just listen to what he said at this particular debate. Listen.
Number 60, 5-yard penalty, second down.
Your thoughts?
Mentality here after having a whole training camp at one position for a rookie to get kicked all the way out the tackle. Man, that's hard. All the work he knows is inside right now.
Yeah, I mean,
but Zach Martin is a different story.
Well,
he's all in all.
But Tyler Smith played left tackle at Tulsa. He was drafted to be a left tackle, not necessarily to replace Tyron right away. And
he says he's most comfortable there.
Yeah.
Made 23 starts in college at Tulsa. Looking for Cavante Turpin. Let's go down to the sideline real quick to Kyle.
Yeah, guys, I just wanted to kind of add on to the tackle conversation that you guys are having. I mean, Josh Ball, he's had his ups, he's had his downs throughout the course of this game. On the other side, even, I think Avion Collins is another name you need to mention in terms of a potential swing tackle candidate back there behind Josh Ball. Maybe Matt Waletzko, who will see snaps at some point tonight. He's given up his only sack of the preseason tonight on that last offensive drive. But both guys kind of battling it out. But, Babe, I think I agree with you, and that seems to be the leader in the clubhouse. If the season started tomorrow, I think Tyler Smith would just swing on out the left.
D. Eskridge with the fair catch.
You guys know how difficult that is?
Listen, this ain't just me saying this. I'm not making this up. So I just showed y'all a pro say what I said, that his worst baptism by fire was when he was thrown out there. Now let's listen to the playmaker. Listen.
The fair catch.
You guys know how difficult that is?
He said, guys, do you know how difficult it is?
How difficult it is to just swing on out to left. Big fella, Big E came in as a tackle. We put him out at tackle. I threw him out there, and they ate his lunch.
So he's recalling when Big E. So I lived through these days, so I know exactly who he's talking about. He's talking about Eric Williams, and he talking about the day. He's an eyewitness watching Eric panic when he was thrown out there. I know what Zach Martin said, Osiris. I'm gonna play that. All right, I'm gonna play that, big dog. Just sit back. Trust me. That's why I said that his mentality is what is good. All right, his mentality. And see, y'all like to quote Zach Martin, and Zach Martin saying, "You gonna be okay, Tyler. You gonna be okay." But then when they ask him, "Do you want to play tackle?" What do he say? What does he say? Nah, I want to stay at guard. It's gonna help you out, Tyler. It's gonna help you, Tyler, when you play both. It's gonna help you, Tyler. But hey, why don't you do it? Yeah. See, this ain't Then all of a sudden, oh no. I want to be a guard. I want to be a guard. Bruh. Yeah. So listen, bro. When you come over to this channel, we measure Kool-Aid. Just being honest, we measure this. So I'm gonna be factual though. Just be patient. I'm gonna lead up to what he said. I'm gonna break this all the way down, bro. So Mickey with the super chat say, "What I love is how they tried to play it off, but Playmaker let them know." Yeah, Playmaker wasn't playing. He wasn't playing, Mickey. He was like, "Listen, do you know how hard that is?" And then he started talking about Big E. And he was just keeping it real. That's all he was doing. He was talking about the panic he saw on Big E. Now, those of us who remember Big E, we've never once even had a register that there was ever fear in him, because he was the biggest gangster on the offensive line. No, we're not going to lose all of our games. We're going to actually win most of our games, Eric. So, you know, I'm just giving y'all the facts of it not being ideal how they did not prepare him. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying the sky's falling. I'm saying the Cowboys dropped the ball and not giving him cross-training reps. That's all I'm saying. But I'm going to lead to good news. Everybody relax. Relax. Because I'm seeing some good stuff in Tyler. And I'm going to break him down as an individual. All right? And then it's going to likely work out better than most of us think. But I also wouldn't be true to this channel if we didn't talk about the risk. You know, and I know some channels we're going to win a Super Bowl. We're going to be undefeated. Trust me, we're going straight to the Super Bowl. Everything is going to be great. Cowboys versus the world. We have no issues to be concerned of. Go Cowboys! Ha 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 ha! Wrong channel, dog. That ain't what we do here, bro. What we do is we analyze potential risk and we talk about ways to overcome them. That's what we do on this channel. This is not a cheerleading channel. This ain't that channel to work. Hey, man, I just want to call in and say I'm always positive and just go Cowboys. And I just want to just give y'all all this, love that we're going to be okay. Okay, cool. All right. I'm going to just clap it up. When I come across some people like that, I'm going to just, yes, woo, yes, go Cowboys, yeah. No, bro, I'm sorry. I wouldn't be being me. So anyway, back to the Playmaker. Listen.
I've never seen a grown man look so scared in my life when Jimmy just said, stay out there and figure it out. You remember, it's a tall task we're talking about.
Larry.
He said it's a tall task.
Allen played.
It's all good, Osiris. We all good, big dog. Thank you for being cool, man. And, it's about learning in each other. Trust me, it's a lot of people, they don't understand me at first, but then after they watch a while, they be like, oh, boss cool. He ain't negative. He just gotta bring up first the problems before we talk about the solutions. And then after y'all learn that, y'all be like, oh, okay, boss. He go start with what's bad, but he go in with how to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? So So, but appreciate your Cyrus, bro. You cool.
Guard, you remember. And then he kicked out to tackle on 3rd down. Are you telling me we don't have a
Larry and Zach Martin? Those two different creatures.
Yeah,
get them off the board.
We don't
get them off the board. Don't even. You
don't
can't
see
compare any.
All right. So that was obviously the playmaker. Now let's listen to Nate, because Nate didn't hold back either. All right. So here's Nate talking about the same situation. Listen.
You played both guard and tackle.
Yes.
Now they're looking at Tyler Smith, obviously drafted as a tackle, was playing guard.
Good question.
May have to kick back out. Tell me, what is he facing now with that?
He's facing prima donna, ballerina, quick feet, everything, all world players.
Ooh, listen to Nate go off. He say, what is he facing?
Now they're looking at Tyler Smith, obviously drafted as a tackle, was playing guard.
Good question.
May have to kick back out. Tell me, what is he facing now with that?
He's facing prima donna, ballerina, quick feet, everything, all world players. Inside, where I used to play, inside is safe, it's cuddly, you can wrap people up, you can kiss folks, but out there, you dealing with your stepmama, boy, she ain't gonna treat you nice, I promise you.
Oh, that boy Eric said I lived through the glory days. Me too, Eric. I lived through those glory days too, brother. I remember them very well. I enjoyed them. So, that boy said, going out there is like dealing with your stepmama.
Bruh.
God damn.
Finish him.
Dang. So, now, the Cowboys could have prepared him if they would have gave him the cross-training reps, but they didn't. All right? So that's why I'm saying first, before I get into why I feel good about Tyler, the first thing I'm going to say is Cowboy Nation, regardless of whatever happens, we got to exercise patience, because we all just got to know, just notice for yourself that he wasn't prepared. You know what I mean? So if he go out there, and this is the good news, if he go out there and he look like just a natural tackle, I'm gonna be like, oh my God. Like if he go out there and give up no sacks, no pressures, and just balling, I'm gonna be like, bruh, this is not supposed to happen. He actually supposed to struggle. So if he don't struggle, that's gonna scream super upside. I'm talking about not just upside, it's gonna scream super upside. So if he go out there and you see just like a fish in water tackle, it's gonna be like, what do we have here? And it's almost like Deanna said, to know Boss Cowboys, to learn from the boss. Love is teaching. Glad you're back, boss. Thank you, Diana. Thank you. I really appreciate that compliment. Yeah. So, and I'm just telling everybody, in my opinion, how to interpret it. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm serious. Michael say, boss, quit it. No, I'm serious, Michael. I'm serious. If he come out there and ball at tackle, it's not supposed to happen. I'm just being honest, because he didn't get the reps to be prepared for tackle. None. So if he ball out, it's going to be like when Dak took over for Romo. Like Dak did what was not even close to normal as a rookie. It's not normal to start off as a 14 quarterback. Romo suddenly go down and you win 11 consecutive games and break over 10 all-time rookie records. 10. Man, I'm trying to tell you what level it's gonna be on if he balls out. Cause we got Nate Newton saying, bro, they ain't get a man no reps. Even the great Eric Williams, I saw what happened when they threw him out there and it wasn't good. Finish him. Now we talking about Hall of Famer. So this ain't Boss Cowboy. No, this ain't. No, this is. They didn't prepare him right. So if he go out there and ball, dog, that's gonna be. I'm gonna put it like this. That's gonna be steal of the draft type of performance. And I'm just talking about if he go out there and just play good. Cause I'm telling y'all, okay, this is the best way to put it. Have anybody been looking around the league at the other first rounders? Have people been looking around at what's been happening to the other guys that was drafted in the first round and how they been getting murdered in preseason? Put it like this. Ball looked better than most of these first rounders. If you looked around the league, because I looked around, I was like, I don't like what I see in Ball, but comparing Ball to these other guys with these premium picks, I take Ball. I think Ball is right where he should be. Let me give myself a purge. So, just imagine watching Cross struggle. Old boy for the Saints. We saw him greatly struggle. Greatly. I mean, looking like a straight clown. Tackle. You know what I'm saying? First rounders. So, we saw them struggle knowing they was getting training camp reps. We got a guy that has hardly no reps, actually not even one rep in training camp at tackle. So, I'm just letting y'all know, regardless of what happened, if he go out there and he ball out, that's gonna be the best sign. That's gonna be like, do we have the next Larry Allen? That's what I'm gonna say, because I'm gonna say if he play real good at tackle, if he play real good, okay, so I'm gonna first talk about if he play real good. I'm gonna say, oh my God, oh my God. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say, bro, this ain't supposed to happen. But then if he plays average, I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna be like, it's expected. It does not take away from his greatness. Let's say if he get beat on a sack, or maybe even a couple of sacks, cause a key pressure. Let's be patient, because we know he didn't get the reps. Let's chill. That's all I'm saying. Just chill. Don't panic. Now, if he play good, man, celebrate. If he play real good, man, celebrate. But if he play average, be patient. Show patience. If he play bad, I mean bum, just look. Be patient. Show patience. Chill. Just chill. It's not his fault. That's all I'm gonna say, okay? Just chill. Just relax. This man was thrown out there. He did not get the cross-training reps to prepare him. He didn't. All right? So that's all I want to say. All right? Before we get into him as a person. So now let's dig into him. And as we dig into him, I have developed a lot more confidence in him as a person that gives me vibes like he does have that it factor about him. All right, so let's listen to him from 3 months ago, then we go break him down now, and then we go take some calls. So listen.
Yeah, just been out there for the first time since high school.
I mean, it felt good. Like I said, I definitely, I surprised myself because you never know how something's gonna go from the first day. But
that boy said, I surprised myself.
Today, going through team, I felt like I had a pretty good period there. There's much more to improve upon. I look forward to doing that in the future for sure.
How anxious were you?
That boy said, I surprised myself. I love that.
For today, get here after
Humble.
being drafted a couple weeks ago?
Man, I couldn't wait. Like, as soon as I got drafted, man, I was already, I was back in the weight room before, but, I hit the weight room again, just going through the football steps, getting back to actually playing football. And today, like, it was my first time, practicing in what had to be months, and it felt really good. Like the impact, like it feels like I'm home, if that makes sense. Like, it feels
That boy say it feels like I'm home. Come on, man. I gotta get this dude some fire, dog. And I'm not drinking Kool-Aid. I just know, I know hunger when I hear it.
Dracarys.
I'm home.
I mean, obviously, give you rep the guard and tackle. You know the guard is this week you had your first initial impact.
Yes.
So that's kind of where you're focused on, especially because you have the least experience there.
Yes. Coach Blasco and Coach Philbin, they got a plan for me. I'll be taking reps at guard and tackle as things progress, but, I'm trying to play wherever I can contribute to the team and make.
You heard what he said? He said they got a plan for me. See, because the media is trying to act like the Cowboys didn't have a plan. They did have a plan. This was their plan, and I'm gonna show you facts of what their plan was. Their plan was, and they expected Tyron Smith to go down. They just didn't expect it to go down before kickoff. What they wanted to do was to get him stable at guard, and then they was go play him at tackle. And that's why they consider him a left side player. But I'm being honest, he likely was sketchy at tackle when they first looked at him. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. He likely was sketchy because remember they was giving him in mini camps 60% tackle reps and 40% guard reps, right? And when they was doing that, they came out and said, let's just keep him at guard for now. So when they do that, that's saying that they didn't like what they saw then. But remember, that was then, right? So then after your mini camps, right, they go come out and say, hey, bro, we like your strength, but you're gonna need to lose some weight. Because if you go be prepared to play tackle, we gonna need you to lose some weight. And when you lose that weight, we gonna start you off at guard because that tackle didn't look natural on you. Okay? Yeah, and I'm telling you what likely happened. And this is why I can stand on that. Because I also said the same thing even before he was drafted. Remember, I write a book on these guys before they're drafted. And I identified him as somebody that would be a potential asset to the Cowboys. And this is what I said in my book. I said, Tyler Smith does not seem to be a prototypical left tackle. So the same analysis that likely came from the Dallas Cowboys also came from my eyes looking at him play tackle at Tulsa. Yeah. And other film guys said stuff similar. On the Super Show, Vach said something similar. He said, if it's anything that he struggled with, it was tackle nuance. I ain't never talked to Vach about that. I ain't never say, hey, Vach, this is what I got in my book. Vach, let's compare notes. No, we just looked at the film and saw the same thing. We didn't see the prototypical tackle. But that was then. Y'all hear me? That was then. This man done put in some work. He done put in some new work, and he done obviously made some changes that they wanted to see. That was then. That's why we talking about the then and now. And I'm breaking this down. I'm also breaking this down with the Cowboys plan. So let's listen to the Cowboys plan. Listen.
Guard rotation with Tyler and Govern right now?
Yeah. Tyler and Connor are both getting in there at left guard. I think it's good for those guys to have a little bit of a home base. Just keep rotating in there. We'll get those guys a couple other reps, whether it's a tackle, whether it's guard.
Mm-hmm. See, once he said tackle, he let it be known who he was talking about. Because obviously McGovern never played tackle. So when he said whether it's tackle, whether it's guard, yeah, I'm gonna call you, coach. I'll call you. He said whether it's tackle, whether it's guard. So once he said tackle, but he was referring to McGovern and Tyler Smith, he was letting you know that it was in their goal to have him play some tackle. Meaning at some point they was going to start cross-training him for tackle. They just didn't do it in training camp. Is that clear from the evidence? I want to make sure y'all feel me on that. So that does mean cross-training was in their plans. For those who just hate cross-training, oh, guess what? It was in your team plans to do it. They just should have did it early. Yeah. It was in your team plans. All the never move them guys that stay in my chat. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to open up the phone lines. I'm going to keep them phone lines open a while too. So trust me, I'm going to get to y'all. I just want to get through the content. I'm going to get to y'all, I promise. But just listen.
For those guys to have a little bit of a home base, just keep rotating in there. We'll get those guys a couple other reps, whether it's a tackle, whether it's guard, fullback, whatever those different roles are that are kind of their secondary roles. But we want them to really focus on that left.
So what did he call tackle for Tyler Smith? A secondary role. So since he called it a secondary role, it was obviously a plan for them to start cross-training. All right? The only difference then and now between the Cowboys plan and what I would want them to do, I would want them to always cross-train. Especially when you have suspect tackles. When you have tackles with a history of injury. Like Jason Peters. I talked about that yesterday, so I'm not going to talk about that today. But we should all see clearly what the Cowboys' plan was. So when the media say they didn't have no plan, yeah, they had a plan. Their plan was, let's let him get stable at left guard. We expect Tyron Smith to get hurt, but not this soon. So let's get him stable at guard. Then we go start giving them some cross-training rep at tackle. You know what I'm saying? That was their plan. And I'm showing you the evidence. I'm not making this up. I'm not just pulling this out of my butt. I'm showing you that they did have a plan. Just keeping it real. So going back to him then and listening to him then, you can see that they had a plan, and he knew they had a plan. Listen.
Yeah, immediate impact.
You said they had a plan for you, so when they go over the plan, do you get any input, or are you just listening to it?
Man, I listen and learn. Like, that's my job. The executive decisions are made at the top. I'm a player. I'm here to play. I'm here to do what I'm told for the most part. Whichever way I can contribute is what I'm geared towards. So.
Have you talked?
That boy say, whatever them executives say at the top. Woo! Man, I love that dude mentality, man. Wherever y'all need me, coach. Wherever you need me. Left guard, got you. I'm a pro. Left tackle, man, just tell me. I'm here to play football. I'm seeing it. I'm hearing it. This dude got a special, I hear it in him. It's his mind. He got a pro's mind. Now, it's possible to be big and freakish and have a kid-ass mind.
Yoga, fire!
Y'all remember Greg Robinson? He was drafted as a top 5 pick, was out here moving dope. A kid mind in a freak body. We ain't got no dope deal in this boy. This boy is a professional. That's what I'm hearing. A professional. Listen to him.
To get the contract done, how's it feel to get that done out the way before camp?
Man, it definitely, I mean, it felt good. Like, it kind of surprised me because I thought I'd be signing a little bit later. But, you know, we got that done. Like, you know, we on the business now. Like, you know, no restrictions. You know, it's that time.
But say we on the business. Talk that talk, bro.
Have you talked much with Tyron and Zach and these guys yet?
I've texted back and forth with Zach. I haven't talked too much to Tyron. You know, I talked to Tyler, Isaac, and one other, Braylon. I talked to Braylon. And so I haven't talked too much with the vets yet, but we'll dialogue in the future for sure.
Well, yeah, that starts, I guess, next week.
Yeah, it's going to
right?
be next week, yes, sir.
I mean, you going to be peppering them with questions, or you just kind of...
Oh, I'm definitely, when they get here, you know, I don't want to pepper them too much right now. Like, I asked Zach when he first texted me, I was like, you know, is there any exercises, anything I should be cognizant of before I get...
Ooh. Hey, Zach, I'm not even there yet, but before I get there, what should I be working on exercise-wise?
Yoga fire.
Hey, I don't even know you yet. I don't even know you, but what should I be working on so I can be an asset?
Dracarys.
He sound like a young Dak. I'm being real, y'all. Am I tripping? He sound locked in just like Dak was when he was a rookie. I swear to God. It's some of these dudes, they are professionals. And they young professionals. This is not no young fool, y'all. This guy has the mentality and the mind state to take on this impossible challenge that the Cowboys put on him. Listen.
Get here, he was like, you know, just come in shape and come ready to, you know, produce, and like, so that's kind of what I was thinking as as I came. But I'm sure I'll be asking questions as we get integrated for sure.
How much are you looking forward to next week getting on the field with veterans to be able to test yourself?
Coach, I got you. Trust me, I got you on the smoking gun, Coach. Let me just get through with the context. I'm gonna call you so you can tell me the smoking gun. I'm gonna call you, Coach. Trust me.
Man, I can't wait. Like, I honestly can't. You know, I'm a competitor at heart. You know, I feel like we got some good work in today. Like, even just going through the things we went today, like, you know, it's just football. Like, you know, we all football players at the end of the day. We all bleed. We all stand on even ground. And I just can't wait to compete.
You're a finance major in Tulsa. Now that you got the contract done, how you gonna handle it?
Man, you know, I got a financial advisor for that. You know, I still got to get my degree. So,
listen how he talking about money, y'all. Cause you know the media go ask him about money. What you gonna do with that money? What you gonna do with that? You know they go always try to make you look dumb. They go always ask you a question that's gonna make you sound, that's gonna expose if you a dumb jock or not. Oh man, I got me 10 Rolexes. I got me 80 chains. I'm going to the strip club tonight. That's what they want when they ask you about your money. You know what I'm saying? Nah, my boy say, I got me a financial advisor. I ain't even got a degree yet. Boy.
Now that you got the contract done, how you gonna handle it?
Man, you know, I got a financial advisor for that. You know, I still got to get my degree. So, you know, you got to be careful with that. But I'm definitely, you know, I'm going to be careful. Like, you know, I'm the same guy I was before. You know, money
I'm going to be careful.
Is and everything. You know, I got a lot of love for the game. And that's kind of my main focus right now.
Have you had an opportunity to chat with Larry Allen? I know you were in number 73, and Joby told me you had a history with Larry, or just knowing who he was, I should say.
I haven't had a chance to talk to Larry Allen. I actually did an interview with Michael Irvin, so you'll see that on his podcast sometime later. And that was a cool experience to talk to him. You know, that's a legend in the business, especially for this team. So that was pretty cool.
What did he tell you? Any advice?
I mean, he told me a lot of the same things people have been telling me. You know, stay focused. You know, let the ball take care of everything else. You know, don't get caught up in the money positions or what position you play. Just go out there and produce.
Don't get caught up in the money positions. And see, I like how he know what the greats are saying. So if we go put him at a hard situation like we look like we getting ready to put him in, I wanna listen for his mind. I wanna listen for the mental toughness, for the maturity, for the professionalism, and I'm hearing it. And this is walking in the door.
Dracarys.
This is walking in the door. Hey, Coach, I'm gonna call you right after this. Let's listen to him now. Before we listen to him now, because that was 3 months ago, Tyler. That was the guy they said, hey, yeah, we saw you play some tackle. We need you to play some guard. Because we didn't, likely, I'm almost certain they said this. You need to work, you need to work a little bit at that tackle. I think they saw what I saw, what Vach saw, right? To where that tackle don't seem natural to you yet. But we did draft you to be that guy. So we need you to go lose some weight. We go put you with Duke. All right, we go get you with Duke. We got a plan. We go work you up and get you prepared to be the left tackle. But first, let's get you acclimated to at least being a starter at guard. Likely that's what's happening. That's when he big. He got 2 chins right here. He looked like he coming straight out his mama house, eating some of his mama's spaghetti. You know what I mean? This looked like a dude who know how to eat. And they was like, son, nah, you gotta trim that down. And then this is him now. Listen.
And as a young player, when you see guys who are pros on and off the field, I can only imagine how much you notice that and are influenced by that. To have that as an example as a young player, how much do you kind of gravitate and pay attention to those little things that he does?
I mean, that's big time. Like, you know, the dudes I have in my room, you know, like T. Still, Zach Martin, Tyron, and just even the dudes out of my room like Dak. Like, you know, the consistency that they carry themselves with, you know, they do the same thing every day. Like, Zach stretches before practice every day. It's like things that you...
He just talking about what he observed around his guys. That's showing you how locked in he is. I already talked about the dedication it takes to lose weight as fast as he did. I'm talking about, I guarantee you, he's on a strict diet. He ain't on no, hey man, you can eat a little bacon in the morning. He on some lettuce and water type crap. You know what I'm saying? Like my boy was, man, I only eat Raisin Bran and crackers. And I watch my partner do it every day. That's what your boy just did. And as he doing that, he's sitting back just watching the greats around him. He said he noticed what Zach does, the little thing. He said, I just noticed that even as a routine, Zach will always get him a deep stretch every practice. Listen.
You know, like T. Still, Zach Martin, Tyron, and just even the dudes out of my room like Dak. Like, you know, the consistency that they carry themselves with, you know, they do the same thing every day. Like, Zach stretches before practice every day. It's like things that you see every day that they do consistently. The way they eat, the way they train, the way they approach the day, like how attentive they are in meetings, like them taking notes. That's just, you know, it shows you the true makings of a professional and what it's going to take to make it as long as they have in this league and have the success that they had. So, you know, it's huge for me as a young player to, you know, incorporate into the way, like, you know, I do things, my routine and stuff. Because, like, you know, I know it doesn't happen by coincidence. Like, you know, it's a huge body of work. It's an attitude that they come to work with every day. And that's responsible for a lot of their success.
And that was what I was going to ask that.
Ooh. He taking it in. But Coach keep telling me to check my phone, man. Coach, this better be amazing. God dog. Because I'm trying to get through the content. You go check your phone. Let me see. Coach, I can't watch a YouTube video right now, not while I'm live. I'm gonna call you. Trust me, Coach. I'm gonna call you. All right. And then we can talk about it. I know you got something on your heart. We gonna get it in. All right. I'm gonna be quiet and let you say whatever you was, because obviously I know it's important. He said, boss, this is the reason why I haven't worried about this guy succeeding. His character will make him. Let me go back. This is a good super chat. His character will make him a better player. Yeah, but see, I ain't gonna lie, Big Red. I was and I still am worried. I'm not worried about him as the player. I'm more so worried in the organization plan that I don't think their plan was good. That's all. In terms of him as the player, bro, we all seeing the same thing. We seeing Yoga Flames.
Yoga fire.
We seeing Yoga Flames. We seeing if he was a stock, buy it.
Yoga fire.
Ride this stock up. So, but I ain't gonna lie, for us to act like I ain't got no concerns, it's like Nah, bro. I'm gonna listen to the playmaker. I'm gonna listen to Nate Newton, a 6-time Pro Bowler. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna listen to other athletes who played in the league who talked about how they struggled when they was thrown out there. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it real. So I'm not gonna just be like, oh, he's good. Oh, I ain't worried about him. No, I'm worried about him. And I'm also worried because if the coaching is dumb, it can affect him. If they come out there and they just throw the ball around and they don't do things to get his confidence going, like running the ball, yeah, I'm concerned. I am. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna act like, oh, I'm just cool. He gonna be a fish in water. No, I'm concerned. I am. Just being all the way honest. And we should be concerned because we saw the lack of planning. Well, they had a plan, but the lack of the right planning, in my opinion. And Big Red said, right, I feel you on you. Yeah, and that's it though. But I definitely feel you too, Big Red. On him as a player, shit, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the younger flames on this dude. I like him and what he gonna become year 2, year 3.
Dracarys.
But the issue is they asking him to be Dak. They asking him to be Parsons right now. I'm just being honest with what they asking. They saying, hey, and even Parsons, think about it. When Parsons came out doing all them pass rushing and killing, why did he do it? Why? It didn't happen for nothing. He was able to walk out there versus the Chargers and have instant success because they gave him pass rush reps in training camp. Y'all don't remember him working with Tank? I do. As a rookie. Y'all don't remember him working with DeMarcus Ware? DeMarcus Ware giving him tips? I remember that. They didn't even just throw Parsons out there and say, hey, we just need you to go rush the passer. No, they ramped him up. And that's why I'm being honest. They didn't give Tyler that. That's why I'm saying, regardless of what happened, let's be patient. Let's show patience. Regardless, because let's say if he play average, the media is gonna kill him. If he play bad, it's gonna be articles. The Cowboys wasted a pick. They ain't gonna say, actually he didn't get any reps. He gonna be okay. They ain't gonna say that. They gonna say, he's a bust. The Dallas Cowboys bust. And when y'all start hearing that, some of y'all go panic. And I'm gonna be here to say, I actually didn't expect him to be awesome out the gate. If he is, that's a super plus. That's an amazing plus. But if he's not, I still trust him. And I know he gonna be good. Let me go back to this interview.
How is your routine, any specific parts of your routine that you've developed specifically because you've seen a veteran do it himself and how it's worked for him?
I mean, definitely just changing my stretching and eating habits, and even like the people who I do like my rehabilitation with, like on and off the field. Like, I know you got to put a lot of money into your body, not just in the facility but out of it as well. Like just finding people who.
So that means he already breaking off Duke and people like Duke. See, because I know these personal trainers. I know a lot of them personally. They cost big money, y'all. The Cowboys ain't playing for that either. These dudes will hit you with a ticket for $250K and don't even blink for an off season of work. Hey, I want to work out with you, Duke. Yeah, that's gonna be $100K. And Duke won't blink. I don't know Duke. I don't know his prices. So I'm not saying that's what Duke charged. But I know guys that's doing that. I do. That's $250, $100,000. Yeah. And he paying for it. It usually take guys after playing to realize that he already doing that now. So he done already went into his pocket to invest into his development. And I'm knowing that from knowing the language of when they doing that.
You know, after games, after practices, you know, get me right. And finding what works for me is huge. And, like, you know, stretching is a huge thing for O-linemen. Like, just making sure I'm always, you know, taking care of my body, making sure I'm hydrated, making sure I eat in the morning. Like, there's such little things, but, like, you can feel the differences. And, you know, it helps to be fully prepared in everything that you do. Like, I'd rather, you know, do all the things that I need to do and go out there knowing that, you know, I've done everything to put myself in a successful position than not do it and, like, have it even be a worry in my mind. And that's just, you know.
And that's where I trust him right there. Because I know he ain't playing. I know that type of athlete. He dead serious on what he said. What he's saying is, whatever happened to me, I'ma live with it because I know I did my absolute best to be ready.
Dracarys.
It's amazing to hear him talk like this. And I think he just might have turned 21. I'm finally might be able to offer him a beer. And he talking, this type of talk is like a guy that been in the league 4 years. And he already like that now.
Those are small examples that they show me every day about how to, you know, carry yourself as a professional and do what you need to do.
Having confidence on the field, does it start with having confidence off the field in terms of your routine, knowing that you're doing all the things needed to be at your best when it comes time to play? You've done it, you put in the work, you're doing the right things, and now it's just time to go ahead and play.
Right, there's a lot of things that go into that. That's part of it for sure. Like, another thing is, like, you know, having confidence in what you're doing, how you're being coached. Like, you know, everybody's strong, everybody fast. Like, you know, this is the NFL. Like, everybody's a gifted athlete. But, like, falling on your fundamentals is huge for me. Like, you know, like having trust that, you know, I'm going against the best guys to get me better every day.
See, that part, what he just said, is underrated.
Dracarys.
If it's anything that gave me hope in him being prepared, it was what he just said. It's underrated. This might be the most important thing that he said. Listen, y'all. This right here, listen.
That's part of it for sure. Like, another thing is, like, you know, having confidence in what you're doing, how you're being coached. Like, you know, everybody's strong, everybody fast. Like, you know, this is the NFL. Like, everybody's a gifted athlete. But, like, falling on your fundamentals is huge for me. Like, you know, like having trust that, you know, I'm going against the best guys to get me better every day.
That right there, that's the sleeper statement of the year. Now, if it's anybody that's going to have him ready at a rapid pace, it's going to be because of the guys that he going against daily. When you going against Micah Parsons on a daily basis.
Dracarys.
When you going against Tank on a daily basis.
Bruh.
When you going against Fowler on a daily basis. When your rest is Sam Williams.
Finish him.
That's the part that gave me hope against hope. That part. Cause see, I ain't gonna give y'all no fake Kool-Aid. Everything gonna be okay. Everything is, I just have faith. He gonna be fine, boss. Boss was worried for nothing. I always knew. Okay, cool. See, but I actually measure my Kool-Aid. I don't just take gulps of optimism without thinking it through. You know what I'm saying? I think it through. And when you think it through, it's the competition that he going against that's accelerating his development at left tackle. Even though he don't have the pads and all the stuff that he needed.
I'm having the best coaching to get me better it's been a huge part of my development. Like just trusting what I'm being told, trusting what Zach tells me to do, trusting what Tyron tells me to do, what Terrence tells me to do in certain situations. That's really helped me because I know, I know it's all working towards something, and that is stuff that I need to incorporate into my game and be successful. So that's been huge for me for sure.
Tyler, maybe you've touched on this, but what is that transition like going from focusing on guard back to tackle? Is it just like riding a bike?
I mean, yeah, in ways. Left tackle's always been my primary position since high school, so it wasn't something that was foreign to me. Zach, I was talking to Zach about it. He was like, this is going to be one of the best things for your career. Like you've been out there at guard, now you know how to play guard. Now you're moving back to your home position, and just having the ability to move to different spots on the line is going to be huge for you. So it's definitely been good for sure.
Yeah, and that's that comment that everybody harped on. Oh man, Zach Martin. See, Zach told him, "Hey man, you gonna be okay." You know what I'm saying? Playing multiple positions is gonna help you. Hey Zach, hey, why don't you go out there and play multiple positions? Huh? You wait. Why don't you go over there and play some left tackle? Oh, okay. So we ain't hearing from you no more, huh, Zach Martin? But when you telling the youngster, oh yeah, go out there, it's gonna help your career, Zach. It's gonna be good for you.
Finish him.
Bruh. Man, stop. All right. But hey, tell him what you gotta tell him to get his mind right. I'm cool with that. But I see through it, Zach. It's gonna be good for your career. You know that? I never switch, but it's gonna be good for your career. I publicly say that I wouldn't want to switch. I wouldn't want to switch. But it's going to be good for your career. I'm calling you now, Coach. Zach, boy, get out of here, man. I love Zach though, but Zach, come on now. I see through it. You can run that game on somebody else. Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be wonderful. Oh man, the fact that they're throwing you out there, that's ideal. That's the best way to learn. Trust me on that. I'm Zach Martin. Trust me. Ha 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 ha. Trust me. I wouldn't lead you wrong. My name is Zach Martin. Of course they're doing you right. You didn't need any training camp reps. No, you're a natural. You're a natural. I'm calling you now, Coach. Woo, man. These boys. All right, Coach.
Hello.
What's the smoking gun? What you got?
All right. And I know you can't build this plane wise in the air, right?
Mm-hmm.
I text you Nate Newton on the Talking Cowboys.
Okay.
Right. And when I text you almost at the part where he started, right?
Oh, tell me what number it is. I'll be able to pull it. Just tell me like if it's 43-second mark, 20-second mark. Just tell me where it is. I'll be able to pull it.
Shucks, I can't even really tell you what. I know it's I have to check and see. I can't really tell you what mark it is, but let me explain, because if you just that when I text you, I know you say you can't listen to it. No. So if you listen to it, I think I put it in right at the part where he's about to come on.
All right, let me see.
And
go ahead.
Now he says when he starts off, he came on the show, and the first thing he says, this was an indictment to the coaching staff of how they handled this.
Okay, so I'm not just talking. Yeah.
Yeah, he went and explained about the indictment of how they should have handled this whole situation, how the mistakes went with the coaching staff, and he said the coaching staff, he said Philman and everybody else, and he said about how they should have cross-trained from the beginning of this whole thing. This Nate Newton said, he said this is an indictment on how this was handled. And he went to the cross-training of where Connor McGovern should have been playing, where he should have been giving reps at, where Tyler Smith should have been giving reps. Tyler Smith should have been giving reps at left guard when when Tyron was out. You moved McGovern to left guard. You moved Tyler to left tackle. And he went through the whole thing about, and he said that this was handled the wrong way, and that's what upsets him. So this is, if people are talking that this shouldn't be done, this is a 6-time Pro Bowler that is saying the exact same thing that you were saying, the exact same thing that you were saying.
And I never talked to Nate. I've never talked to him.
How this should be handled.
Yep.
And how it was not handled by this coaching staff correctly from the giddy up.
Yep. Yeah, I'm just being honest. And all I'm doing is telling the truth. That's all I'm doing.
And I know people want to, you know, I know you can't build a plane with playing, but if you play, listen,
I'll pull it.
Boss,
Hold on. I'll pull it. Let's just keep talking. I'm gonna need you to have my back on it though.
Yep, it's a perfect example. And if you pull that thing that I sent you, I think I stopped and read it,
it started at the beginning. So
okay, I think it should be about 35. It should be 35, about 15, 16 minutes in when he comes onto the show. And once you see him come onto the show, you know they're going, and he jumps right into it. And his main thing that he's saying, that he was upset about how this was handled. He felt that if Tyler was coming in as potentially your future left tackle, and you didn't have him first, you didn't have him starting at guard. If he was coming in at the idea, you should have given him reps at left tackle and left guard. And your first thing was ball. That didn't work. Then you should have, once you found that didn't work, you should have started getting them reps.
Right.
Then you went with let's go.
Yep.
That didn't work. You should have started right then.
Right then.
He said you waited too late to start this, and that's the indictment on the coaching staff that they didn't do this. And then he went on to talk about how you putting this kid in a situation of guard where it's a closed box to outside the tackle without having him any live reps.
With no live
that was his concern, and he said that this fell on the team for not going through and having the correct plan. If you already brought him in here to be your future left tackle, you should have started this then.
Yep.
But he said Tyron didn't run every rep. So when Tyron was out, it should have been him in left tackle.
Yep. And you know, it's go ahead, coach. Go ahead.
Yeah, so that, you know, it points to what we're saying is that you got to be proactive in a play instruction. And I'm telling the Cowboy fans, this kid is a baller. What we're really trying to say is this: let's don't judge him with a microscope if it doesn't go perfectly well, because we know our fans how they say, "Oh, he's a bust," because this kid has ultimate competence. He's 21 years old. He's been put in a bad situation, but he's an athlete enough to get through the bad situation. But what we're trying to do is maybe put a word in, because you're going to have some other situations come up. Maybe in a year or two, you're going to have Zach Martin, where we need to be proactive to say, hey, let's look at these situations before they get to a point, and then we don't put our players in bad situations. And that's all we're saying. We're not saying this guy's not going to be a great player. He's going to be a great player. But it do need to be pointed out when we hear all the stuff about we're going to throw him out there and teach him right now, and he's going, you know, we already had that plan already with left tackle. Well, yeah, but you didn't go about it the right way. And I know the Cowboys know they didn't go about it the right way. And now you're trying to spin it as a point of saying, well, he was going to be the left tackle, and then we're going to speed the process up. But let's make sure that we give this kid a fair shake if things don't go well. And if he may do well in the first game, but the second game may be bad, he's not going to come in, and I don't think it'll be all pro. He's going to have his ups and downs when he sees different schemes, different players, and it's going to be a rough process. But the coaching staff, even though we made a mistake in the preparation, we cannot, for Dak's sake, make a mistake in game planning to make this kid be successful.
Yeah,
because we'll lose by points.
And what kind of play calling would set him up, Coach? Can you explain that real quick?
Okay, first of all, I know a lot of people here when we say run the ball. Well, and yes, be committed to the run. We need this kid needs to use his best quality. So his best quality is being physical. So we have to game plan where we may line up our tight end on our left side some more, so we can give him a little bit more room, because making the defense end maybe have to spread out a little bit farther, so he is not a severe angle on the run. We may have to do some things that we never did with Tyron Smith, maybe some chips over there to slow guys down, and then we have to involve the running game for him to be able to lay on guys, be physical on guys, show his dominance to slow the pass rush down. And as the game goes on, we are going to be able to leave him out there, as I say, butt naked, but we will leave him out there butt naked when he gains some confidence, because he know he can physically dominate a guy. But we cannot go out there and play him and put him in positions like we'll put Tyron Smith right off the bat, because we want to try to build his confidence, run game, do some roll the pocket when we do roll the pocket, give the defenders different angles. Do not let the defenders know exactly where Dak Prescott's going to be at, but it's crucial that if we be committed to the run game, and if we get 2 yards, if we get 3 yards, that physically pounding on that defensive end, when it comes to the third and fourth quarter, when money time, this young man, he'll have the physical dominance on this guy that will really slow the rush down, and we won't put him in situations where he can get penalties or feel the pressure of a 50-pass type game. I don't want to see this kid go out there and have to defend on pass plays 45 to 50 times, because I want to see him to be some more success than failure, because I don't want him to get his head down, because listen, this kid's probably been dominant in every level he's been playing at. So you don't want him to go out there and have any failure at first, because that would be new to him, and we still don't know how players react when they go in that first time and stuff don't go their way. How they react, can they recover during the game? That's the great thing about Steele. We know he got that ability. He can get beat to death and then turn right back around and go right back at a guy.
Coach,
but that's
Coach,
special. That's special.
Give me 1 second to take these super chats. Just real quick. Tyrone Church said, well, what is Tyron Smith replacement but L. Collins replacement? I don't understand the question. Rewrite that question. I'll get back to it, because I want to make sure I get to your super chat. And then, hold on, Coach. Then,
because we don't really have no.
Give me 1 second, Coach. Give me 1 second.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to get to these super chats. He said, boss and coach, could McGovern get cross-trained reps because they view him as a swing guard and backup center, and Tyler was going to start at guard? Yeah, they already gave McGovern cross-training reps. They gave him cross-training reps at left guard, they gave him reps at center, and they gave him reps at right guard. So they already gave him cross-training reps. So they just don't do it with their tackles, the starting tackles, but they gave ball cross-training reps. You know what I'm saying? So the guys who had the highest pedigree to take over in a crisis didn't get the reps. So I do also have that clip up. Let me play it real quick. All right, Coach?
All right.
All right, here it is. This is what Coach was talking about. And I'm going to put this in the description. And y'all make sure y'all watch the whole show. Give them full credit. This has come from Talking Cowboys. Listen.
In the
rifle,
flesh,
baby.
here on Talking Cowboys. Nate, we transitioned going into the break about offensive line, and it was almost like a sign that
Explosion.
you just appeared. Yeah, it was
It's hurricane
a shot in
season.
the dark, and that Isaiah just that Nate just pops up.
The
out
dark
of nowhere.
cloud coming around the corner. Here he comes. It's Nate Newton.
Black rifle.
You didn't look very happy though.
No.
Why are you not happy?
Why are you
Because
not
we
happy?
didn't handle the situation right with as far as our offensive linemen. We didn't execute it as a staff, as a coaching staff. If we had a left guard that was competing, not only for the left guard job, but possibly the future left tackle, and he only took reps as a second teamer, as a left guard, that was not executed right. Isaiah said it repeatedly. Plan 1 failed. That was Josh Ball. Plan 2 failed. And what was that?
Matt Waletzko.
Matt Waletzko. That didn't make it. So all of a sudden, plan C was for your left guard to be your future left tackle. Why was he not starting at left guard and working on days when Tyrone was out with Josh Ball at the left tackle? That was not executed. What was not executed was we had a guy in Connor McGovern who should only been playing backup center, backup right guard, and backup left guard. And he should have been working at center if he was going to be playing in your last game. We dropped the ball as a coaching staff. More so, Coach Philman dropped the ball because we should have been executing this. When you're trying to look at your backup quarterbacks and who is going to be the starter, you need a solid first team line. You need a solid second team line so you can properly give these guys a chance to be who they can be. We have dropped the ball. Yes, we've had great practices. Yes, there have been up-tempo, but the use of our players have not shown up.
So your frustration stems from not only the lack of investment on the line in terms of personnel,
right,
but the lack of investment in terms of reps for Tyler Smith at both tackle and guard, because they exclusively said during training camp, you are a guard. No matter what happens at tackle, you're our guard.
Right.
You're upset that he didn't get any snaps out at the left tackle
Yes,
spot.
because I know why Coach McCarthy.
Coach, this is crazy. I see why you was blowing me up. Coach, this is crazy. I've never talked to Nate Newton. Never. Hold on, let me let it play, dog. Let me let it play, because everybody. And let me take this super chat real quick from my boy Tyrone Church, and then I'm gonna go back to Nate. We gonna talk about this, Coach. Tyrone Church say, "What if Tyler is not Tyron Smith replacement, but L. Collins replacement that they told me that they signed in Jason Peters?" That's not the case, because they always called Tyler a left side player. Okay, not a left guard, a left side player. So whatever's needed on that side is how they envision him being the plug. So no, he was never, ever thought of to be a right tackle. Never. Not with the Cowboys. Not their plan. So, but good super chat and good thought. Let me go back to this. This should also give y'all confidence in Boss Cowboy Sports. Before I let Nate go, y'all should see, because I was fighting a whole lot of people yesterday who was like, never cross-train, boss. Coach, you crazy. Coach started laughing. But I was in fights with some of y'all about this. Some of y'all was putting in their insults coming from another YouTuber, film guy. Okay. Yeah. Well, sound like I'm talking like 6-time All-Pros and Pro Bowlers. And I've never talked to Nate. I've never said, hey, Nate, what's your thoughts on this? Nate, what you think? No, this is how we think on this channel, because I've been telling everybody we behind. We behind. I've been looking around the league, seeing other teams cross-train, and we still under this 1977 philosophy. And our fans will fight you over it. No, boss, that's musical chairs. They got all the terms down too, Coach. Musical chairs, boss. You never switch, boss. You never do that, boss. All right, hold on. Listen.
He said, okay, if I had to start today, Connor would start. That's because the kid, his ankle was hurt.
Yeah, he's got
so
an
I
ankle
understand
injury.
that.
Yeah.
But when you lose your left
tackle, seeing that 2 games, not only during practice, but in games that Josh
Hold on. So now I'm making stuff up. See, you telling me what side you was on by your comment. See, don't be mad, bro, because you was on the wrong side. Just say I need to eat some crow, big dog. See, talking about I'm making it up. So y'all heard me fighting up and down yesterday. People on this idea, but now, it was nobody that didn't want. Everybody was for cross-training, boss. We all knew. Now you know. Because you're hearing it from Nate. But when you heard it from me, you ain't know yesterday. Stop lying. You ain't know.
All one working out. Boom. I'm the offensive line coach. Let me quit playing. Let me get this kid out at left tackle every chance I get. Let me work this guy start left guard every chance I get. It's just the way the lack of execution.
See, that's the problem. Y'all disagreeing with me. Don't look at me. Take me out your mind. What you should be doing is listening at the other professionals that I showed you. Yeah. See, that's the problem. Y'all making this is about me. Or you making this about the OC. It shouldn't be about none of that. It should be about what's the best idea to prepare us to win. It shouldn't be about me or you. It's about the idea. Yeah. So this should be a lesson to everybody. And I'm not throwing this in nobody's face. This is something that where I should be throwing this in people's face. Because at some point we got to learn to listen to facts versus just old opinions. That's not even backed by nothing. We stuck on old stuff that stopped making sense a long time ago. Yeah, my boss said I've been talking about cross-training since the playoffs. I actually been talking about cross-training before the playoffs. I've been talking about cross-training for 3 years. All right, listen.
Execution. The lack of execution, because I ain't worrying about the 4th team offensive lineman. I'm serious. I don't know their names. I mean, when I was on TV, I'm stumbling, bumbling, because I don't know the 4th and 5th team guy, because they're not going to play for the Dallas Cowboys, not this year.
What? I know
just
4 out of 5 of
up.
us were there on site for a good portion of camp.
Yeah.
What percentage would you say you saw Tyler Smith at guard versus tackle?
It was 100-0. I think.
Yeah.
Now McCarthy said during OTAs and minicamp, 60%. It was 60-40 tackle to guard, but that ended in mid-June.
And I felt like that was even generous too. 60-40. I think it was more like 75-25.
Yeah.
So Nate, Dylan, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say that I guess Nate, their rationale is he's played tackle in college.
Yes, sir. That is a positive.
And he hadn't played guard since Fort Worth.
That's
North
right.
Crowley High School. So let him just focus on that. And so that's the decision they made. But you're right. You put him in a situation now where he hasn't done it in weeks and weeks. Can
I piggyback what he's saying?
Yeah. So, Coach, no. Oh, my God, Coach, you was so right. You talking about Exhibit A. This I see why you was blowing me up. Coach was like, boss, check it. I was like, I can't do it now, Coach. I'm in the show. Coach like, no, go listen. Trust me, listen. I'm like, what? Coach, I'm going to get to it. Yeah, man. Yeah, that was today. That was today.
Yesterday. That was yesterday.
Oh, that was yesterday's show?
Yeah, yesterday. And I saw it yesterday. Briefly, and then when I checked into your show and I heard you were talking about it, I said, and I'm not saying nobody in the chat, we are saying the same thing. There are a lot of people saying of their concern. That doesn't mean that we don't feel that this kid is not going to go out there and do a good job.
Right. Yeah.
It's a concern, but when you watch the game, right, this is what we're building you up to. When we watch the game, you're going to see if we're doing the things to be able to protect this young man and not leave him on an island and not let him play physical enough so he can really grow into the position and play well. if we see him doing the things or we run the offense that they would run with Tyron Smith out there, and things start going bad for him, don't go out here and start talking, oh, he's a bust.
Yeah. And don't let nobody say that about him.
That's right. Defend your players. Because you understand that they may have not been, they're young, and because everybody else does that, every other team does that. They don't wait because, listen, the national media that's pushing, that have all said. Now listen, we have national media people out there that's not Cowboy fans. And the first thing that they come up with when we got Tyron Smith hurt is, oh, put Tyron Smith out there. Mm-hmm. They don't care about how our plan went. They don't care about how we've been working it. They just want to go out there because, again, their thing is for us to fail. Yeah. And if we fail, they want to go back and say, oh, you should have drafted somebody else. Yep. Or it's a bust. Or you ain't going to be able to take. Because they don't want us to win. What we're trying to do as people are Cowboy fans is we're exploring, looking, we're calling a spade when the stuff is not done right. Here's a former Cowboy that works for the Cowboys, and I'm quite sure that they didn't like for him to say that, but he said the truth. He was mismanaged.
He called it mismanaged. And that's exactly what I said. I said they mismanaged it. That's exactly what I said. And see, the sad thing about this is it's all kind of evidence of me fighting for this even before Tyron Smith got hurt. And Jake Tuck. Like, we went out there and listen, this is not easy, because when you step out and talk like this, we know we risk our growth when we tell the truth. We know that. Like,
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you this boss, this is me, right? And you know, I'm just like you, boss. When I say certain things, I want people to understand the steps that happened before this. Okay, and follow me on it. Please take time to follow me on this. Tyler Smith was getting, they say 60% of the reps in OTAs.
Hold on, Coach. Real quick. I got a real good comment. I got to read this because this is real. My boy said, boss, don't mistake my disagreement for hate. I love your shows, but I have a different opinion sometimes. That's all. And I respect that, bro. I respect that. You know, and it's also good when we disagree. You know what I'm saying? All of us. See, like, I disagreed with Big Game James on some things, but now I'm coming around to where some of the things he was telling me was right. You know what I'm saying? So this is healthy, and I appreciate, you know, the respect you showed for the channel, and I'm showing you the same respect. And me and you are an example, in my opinion, of how we supposed to be, to where we can be passionate on what we believe, but we respectful in our dialogue and trying to work through it. So, Cap, I ain't got no problem with you, man, and I love the way you disagree. You know what I'm saying? So, as long as everybody watch how we do it, this is how to do it, to where sometimes we get passionate, but we show each other respect. As long as we do that, we can get through any debate, all of us. So, very good comment on that, Cap. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Coach. Go ahead.
All right. Now, let's even go back to the draft. When they drafted, do people remember when the Cowboys drafted, they showed when they put the pick in, and Steven and Jerry was asking each other, how we going to announce the drafting of Tyler Smith? We going to say guard, or we going to say tackle? If we go back to the inside, if you can go back to the inside when they put the pick in, they said, how we going to announce it, guard or tackle? So they went ahead and announced it as tackle. Okay. But everybody knew that they were trying to draft a guard basically first to replace Connor Williams. All right? That was their main purpose, to replace Connor Williams. And eventually they knew they had to replace Tyler Smith. Tyron Smith. Okay. Then they draft Walesko, right? And they got Josh Ball there. Those are young guys. Then we move on to OTAs. They work Ball and Walesko. At first, they worked them at left tackle, and then they started working Tyler Smith there at left tackle, doing the reps of OTAs with no pads. Then McCarthy comes out at the end of OTAs and says, we may be putting too much on Tyler Smith's plate. Remember that, people? And we're going to what? Focus him more at guard for him to lock in there. Okay? Again, that tells me something from a coaching aspect. That tells me that they see more. They see more dominating guards than they see than tackle. Okay.
Which perfectly match what I said before he was even drafted.
So you go into training camp. You go into training camp and they don't even reapproach the reps back at left tackle. They rotate him on first team reps at left guard. And they're pushing Ball, and Wesco would have been in the mix, but he hurt his shoulder. But they're pushing Ball. If we look at the reps of Ball only started getting swing tackle reps to lately at the last preseason game. But he was getting all of the second team reps at left tackle. When Tyron stepped out, they put Ball there. That was their idea, and they felt that they were going to groom Ball or Walesko to be their replacement of Tyron Smith. And that this guy, Tyler Smith, was going to be their left guard. I just want people to understand this. He could be a Hall of Famer guard. Zach Martin, let's go back to Zach Martin. Zach Martin is a Hall of Famer guard. He may have been a good tackle, a great tackle, but he is a Hall of Famer guard. Not saying that Tyler Smith is not going to be able to play well at left tackle, but he may be better at guard. But now you're in the point that all the media said, oh, you're the tackle. The tackle. He was drafted as a tackle. Linemen are drafted in positions all the time, and usually they don't end up playing that position. Zach Martin was drafted. He played tackle at Notre Dame.
Left tackle.
But where he playing at?
Right tackle. Right guard. Mm-hmm. He played left tackle.
So,
and he played left tackle.
Thank you. So this is what they may have seen, but at this particular point in time, they're saying that this guy probably could be a dominant, because if they felt that he was going to be a dominant left tackle, and he was going to be the future left tackle, which may not be in the building yet, okay? And I'm not saying that Walesko or Ball won't get better. You're not bringing in Peters if you bring Peters in to be a swing. Peters not going to be a swing. He's going to play on one side. That's it.
He going to play on the left.
Thank you.
Then they brought in another tackle. See, you got to – people not peeping game, Coach. Can we just keep it real? They also doubt. Can we just keep it real, Coach? Their moves are showing that they doubt him at tackle. I'm not lying to y'all. See, I'm trying to tell you the truth. We done measured the Kool-Aid. All you got to do is drink it.
And see, and when Nate said on that video about the lazy feet, which if you can get away with lazy feet in the guard position, but at tackle, you can't get away with lazy feet, because that lazy slide step or kick step, the guy's beside you. That's not saying he might not be good at tackle, but he may be dominant at guard.
No, I'm with you. Hey, Coach, you expressed that. I think hopefully they got the point on what you're saying with that, because I definitely get it. Yeah. But let's also talk about the honest thing too. they got doubts. They do. They do. And they been having doubts at tackle in general. Because I already showed yesterday that Michael Gilkin was already showing that they was in talks of bringing in tackles even before T. Smith went down. This screams doubt, y'all. Now they trying to act like they got confidence in the public, but you got to read the tea leaves.
And I'm giving you another tidbit. Tyler Smith was going to be your starting left. He was going to play. He was going to start at left guard if Tyron Smith was it. And they were going to play McGovern because they were going to move McGovern to center because he's had too good of a training camp. He's too valuable to be sitting on the sideline. There's a reason why they said let's give him snaps, because if they bring in Peters and they say, do you think if they bring in Peters and Peters start game 2 at left tackle, they're not going to put Tyler Smith on the sideline. And they're not going to put McGovern on the sideline if he plays well. He's going to move to center. If that happens, I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised. Fans, y'all shouldn't be surprised, because it doesn't make any sense for your 5 best linemen for one to be on the sideline, sitting over there drinking Kool-Aid, playing fullback, and saying, "Oh, I hope I'll play if somebody get hurt."
Yeah, my boy Steve said it could scream depth. Also, boss, just saying. All right. So if you believe that they bringing in a Jason Peters right now for just depth, so you go bring in a former All-Pro for just depth.
Jason Peters not gonna come here if he's not playing. Duh.
Well, hold on.
Come on, man.
Well, I'm just saying. It is. Listen, it's not just depth. I'm just telling y'all. It's not. This is a concern. Now, this is when, I'm just being honest, this is when a lot of Cowboy fans get mad at me. And it's like, boss, I want to be optimistic, boss. I just want to be able to just go into the season and just hope everything's going to be okay. Things are going to be okay. Listen, we going to still win about 11 to 13 games. We going to win between 10 and 13 games. So things are going to be okay. What we talking about now is how to make sure we prepare for a championship. That's all we talking about here. That's what coach is talking about. That's what I'm talking about. This is also why I'm saying, this is why this is very important. I said this yesterday, I'm going to say it again. All right? That's why, most importantly, the same plan that you messed up on Tyron Smith, you got to learn with Jason Peters. Because Nate Newton, I just showed y'all Nate Newton come in and say the exact same thing I was saying. I just showed y'all that via coach, right? Nate Newton saying exactly what I was saying, to where a front office, and I said this yesterday, never talked to Nate Newton a day in my life about this, all right? I was saying this yesterday, that they should have gave Tyler Smith the cross-training reps. So what I don't want us to do is get Peters, right? Things stabilize for a short period, and then we say, let's go back to keeping people in their positions and never giving them cross-training reps. Because then we're going to be right back in the same situation again if then Jason Peters blows a tire. So these are ideas that we're putting out there. That's all this is about. This is about ideas that prepares us for contingency plans. That's why we talk about. I'm almost finished, Coach. I'm almost finished, Coach. So that's why I talked about it being a game of inches yesterday. Now think about it. The football field is 100 yards, but when they describe the game, they call it a game of inches. That means you have to be very detailed, and a lot of deciding factors can come between an inch. So what you're watching with this channel is Coach Marv is greedy. I'm greedy. We look at everything. We not just like everything gonna be okay. Just sign Peters and walk away. We saying no, that's not enough. Let's continue to cross train. Go ahead, Coach.
Okay. OC brought up this in my super chat yesterday. Now, we was talking all about, we showed the film on Collins. Yeah. We showed the film how well he was playing. We gave you the history on Collins, how he played on the left side when he was in the Minnesota, how he was in the running and was going to be the swing tackle for Minnesota until he tore his bicep. And that's what stopped him from being the swing tackle in Minnesota his rookie season. We talk about the other cross training. If it would be an indictment again to this staff, if now you got a second chance, if you bring in Peterson in and you have this guy Collins on your practice squad, that you're not giving him reps at right and left tackle, because he can be a fix if Peters goes down with an injury and you still can keep the rest of your line intact.
Right.
If you don't do that now I ain't talking about people talking about let him start. Okay, well he starts, but he should be in the training on left and right now. We should be giving him an opportunity to see what he can do, because if he's on the practice squad, when he's doing the scout team, he should be on the left. He should be on the right. We know he can play the right, but he should do scout team on the left. We need to see if this kid could be the swing tackle in case Peters goes down, if we sign Peters. And then we can keep Dallas Smith as the McGovern where it's supposed to be.
Hold on. People got a problem with Collins starting at right tackle? Did I hear you right?
No, I'm not saying if you ask me, boss, if they believed in the film we saw, and then they would fight talking about, well, he shouldn't be a starter. Well, we know he could be a right tackle. He's backing up still. We should at least try him at left guard and left tackle for the left side, because we may not need to bring nobody else in but Peters, and we have the swing tackle already done. Let's move West. If Wesco got that injury with the shoulder, send him to surgery so he'll be better, and he probably could play better next year when that shoulder's repaired, and still work with Ball. But him and Ball, which we already know, Ball didn't play better than Collins. We should give Collins that because he got the speed, he got the footwork, he got the power, he got the measurable, and the play in preseason shows that he can play.
Okay, let me address that real quick. All right. You say you don't like it. Tell me what you don't like. I need to know exactly what you mean, Willie. I don't know what.
I didn't say I don't like you playing right.
No, Coach. I was talking to somebody in the chat. Somebody just said I don't like it. I don't know what he mean, and I just want to understand him. That's all. But in terms of Collins being a starter, it's not whether he's a starter or not. At this point, most people not like talking about him like a starter. But when you the best available tackle, you should start. Like that I don't even understand how that could be an issue or debate. Why did we have preseason? The question is, for anybody that don't like this plan, hold on, Coach, real quick. For anybody that don't like the plans of Collins playing the right tackle, then what you really saying is that you trust Ball. That's what you saying. So for those of us who smart enough not to trust Ball, and also smart enough not to trust Matt, because a lot of people like to say Matt played pretty good. Yeah, he played good against the 14-teamers. He did. He played good against the worst of the worst. He did. But the person that we saw practice in, practice out, game in, game out, was Collins. So it shouldn't be even a debate if, based on what we saw in preseason, who could be a possibility to start on that offensive line. I don't see why anybody would have a problem with that. If they have a problem with it, I'm going to tell you what the problem is. The problem is they ain't do the work. That's it. They ain't never do the film work. They in their emotions. People that still hating on Collins or not giving him any kind of credit for what he did, you didn't do the work. You in your emotions. You didn't do your job. If everybody that watched this channel though, they know what's up on Collins, because we all did the work together. So, and it's, so let's just stop and give some of these guys credit. He beat out Bob. He did. And he deserved, based on his play, to have what Coach Marv is saying, a chance to get reps at left as well. But we also failed in training camp by not giving him cross-training reps. We greatly failed. And I'm going to tell you the main reason why we failed. Some of y'all blaming filming. Some of y'all blaming everybody, but the person that's the real blame. The person that's the real blame is the person that have the vision.
You give these young tackles who we've put some resources into, first-round picks, third-round picks. Some of these guys, they just need a chance to get out there. And, boy, they've been –
That's the problem right there, because that's the vision we saw. That's the vision we saw. You know what I'm saying? That's the vision we saw. These young guys get a chance. You ain't see Collins getting no real chance. So what this is saying is what Cole Beasley said is right in your face. What Cole Beasley said, front office dictates who go get the ball. This is showing you, based on him laying out the vision, and we saw how it played out, that them guys did what he wanted, not what they wanted. Because I also showed y'all where one of the reporters said that Mike McCarthy was lobbying for Collins, but who got cut? That's telling you.
You give these young tackles who we've put some resources into, first-round picks, third-round picks. Some of these guys, they just need a chance to get out there. And, boy, they've been behind.
He probably one of the first people they tried to sign back on the practice squad. So why would you sign him if you thought he was just a bust? See, the Cowboys playing games to try to throw smoke screens. Man, they playing games. Listen, they cut guys and then they bring them back, and I guarantee you that our voice and the film does not lie. And I can probably guarantee you that this kid is getting left and right side practice reps because he's a scout team. So he's practicing against our first teamers, and this will get him ready. And you could see if this kid could play left tackle, because if you bring somebody else in, right, that guy is probably, you getting at the bottom of the barrel because you get Peters. Peters a 40-year-old guy. Not saying he can't play, but you're not going to get no young guy that's going to come in here that's going to be no starting swing tackle and going to be all world. That doesn't happen in the NFL. Linemen are at a premium. There ain't too many left out there, because they'll be with some other team on their practice squad or on their roster. So you have a guy that we have seen as Cowboy fans. We have showed the film. We went over every play that this kid went over. Only film we didn't go over is the Seattle film, and it gets even better when you look at Seattle.
Yep.
So we're going over every play, and you see a kid out there that has confidence, that's playing with confidence, that's out on the field celebrating with people. Lineman, I can tell you this from a lineman aspect. If you ain't playing well, you ain't out there running and chest bumping people, because everybody know you get beat.
Mm-hmm.
But if you dominating guys, man, you in the defense, you dapping defensive guys up. You have because you know you out there in your bag and you know you're doing your work. And this is when you may have found another diamond in the rough, because Collins still has a lot of tread on his tires. Yeah. That's where I don't understand the Cowboys not looking at this because this kid is still young. He hadn't been in the NFL long. And this makes him better than Ball. Collins has started a game in the NFL before with Minnesota.
Yep.
So he has been in the bright lights at left guard.
Yep.
So he's been in the bright light.
And the jumbo package. He played out
And the jumbo package.
Yeah. So we did our research on him, man. Like, we not making this stuff up. Like, but go ahead, Coach. Go ahead.
So this is where this cross training we're talking about goes down to the second level. Okay, we talked about the first level. So now the Cowboys have an opportunity to cross train the guys that they got in there to make sure that they can solidify with the people they got in the room and have a team that can sustain some injury. But I want to say this, Ball. I like this offensive line all the way down the board. If people talking about this, to me, the strongest point on this team, on this offense, is your quarterback, your running back, and your offensive line. To me, even with Tyron Smith being hurt, because in an offensive line, if one guy is hurt, that don't kill your offensive line. We were 12-5, and Tyron Smith missed 6 games last year. So we won games without Tyron Smith. It's possible to win games without Tyron Smith. So we got 4 other guys that play very well. This offensive line can function and be good. It can be even better if we bring Peters in and he stays healthy for a good period of time, and we can get another guy that we feel comfortable that's going to be the physical play, like we seen with Collins, that got athleticism and that's got some continuity with the guys that's playing, because we know Collins has played all preseason with these guys, so he got some continuity. They got a feel for him. That's going to fit better than bringing somebody off the street that's maybe younger, that's got to build continuity with these guys.
Facts.
All of these are positives for the guys that's in the room, and we're not saying Ball might not be we've seen some good things from Ball, but at this particular time, the speed of the game and his play is not to that level because he's a rookie. Even though he's been here 2 years, he was hurt all last year. He's a rookie.
Yeah.
So that gives him more experience and gives a guy to be in the light. It gives him athleticism, and we know he can play with power and he has speed. So he can be a very good asset for swing. And this kid may can play all of it down the line because he played guard. So he played on the right side. He could be your swing tackle. He could be your swing guard because we've seen his play. And the film for Minnesota games was good.
Yeah.
So we may have a diamond in the rough, but we let the media promote the players that we should play. We should let the coaches
and the coaches got his nuts cut.
Yeah.
According to Todd Archer. I mean, Todd Archer said that Mike McCarthy been bringing up Collins and speaking well on Collins. Well, is Collins on the 53? Some people like, but boss, it's okay. We have Ball and Matt Walesko. That's the problem. That is the problem. Is the fact that they made the 53 and he didn't. So you went with a guy. Even with Matt, it don't make sense. First of all, you got an obvious bad arm, but they go trust you to be a backup. And you got hardly any reps in training camp, and they finally threw you out there in a preseason game versus the 6s and the 7th string. And people like, oh, I like what I saw. He was good. Oh, he was good. I trusted. What the hell is wrong with you? So how you go big up Matt, but then act like you don't see Collins? Nah, man. The media did him bad. And the Dallas Cowboys did him worse. And they cut Mike McCarthy balls. They sure did. But go Cowboys. Go Cowboys. I'm optimistic. And I am. I really am. I'm optimistic. But at the same time, somebody got to be honest on the risk that they put themselves in.
Yeah, and Boss, I say this final thing about this, Boss. I just hope our fans understand that we are very passionate about the Cowboys, as they're passionate about the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys have so much big media that they promote guys. Guys get drafted, guys that they talk about. They promote those guys, and sometimes we get blinders because that's all we see. We only looking for those guys. We only looking for those guys. You had to look, just like when I mentioned you, number 76, I didn't even know his name, right? But I have an eye to look all the way down to say, let me check everybody out, and somebody catch my eye, let me focus in on that. Yeah. Because we were focusing in on ball, and then because that's what the name that was called, and that's the one that they promoted. But when you have a football team, the people that works with the people that needs to be to decide who actually plays is the coaches, not the management, not the media, not the beat writers, not the YouTubers, and
coaches.
This is what we have to find out. We don't promote guys to be playing without watching film with some evidence why they should be playing. And then we just ask the question for what we see why they're not playing. Because if we were just out there saying, oh, I like Collins, he should be playing, and then we get a groundswell and don't have the proof, then we're falling into the trap. None of these other media sources watch film. They just go on what the names call, and that's what they'll say, hey, play this guy because you drafted him. So this is an opportunity for the Cowboys, because this is great that these problems are coming up, and this is why it's going to be a great season, Boss. See, we got these issues, and we hadn't even played game one. We're going to have some more injuries. We're going to have some more people that's going to go down. And I'm not wishing injury, but that's football. But now we have an opportunity, and I believe we have, if we were to bring Peters in here, if we did bring the Peters in here, I believe we got the guys on this offensive line to be able to do everything that we want to do. But it goes back to what I said about the offensive line last year, which I didn't think they were bad last year. I just felt that they were incorrectly used.
Right. All right, Coach, let me land the plane.
All right, brother. Appreciate it, brother.
I know. Thank you. Thank you, Coach. Greatly. Hey, Coach greatly enhanced the show by bringing in Nate Newton as validation of what he has been saying and what I've been saying. Because sometimes you got to do that, because sometimes we are considered just YouTubers. It's like, Boss is just making it up. It's like, no. But this is the thing. We shouldn't need Nate Newton, to be honest, because I've already showed up way more evidence. Now, Nate Newton put the cherry on top. He does. It's like when he's saying exactly what I said, and I ain't never talked to him, it's like I wish I could have brought him in and we basically he could have did the show yesterday for me. And that's the show I was saying yesterday is learned from Tyron to continue to cross train. And I wouldn't have even known about this without Coach. So now Coach is an asset to the community, and he brings the evidence. And that's why he was texting me. He kept saying, "Boss, smoking gun." I'm like, Coach, I'm trying to do a stream here. Coach, I'm kind of busy. Coach, if you can fly this plane, he kept saying. I'm like, you want me to literally watch a YouTube video as I'm doing the stream? He like, Coach, he like, boss, it's worth it. And he was right. So, this is the deal to kind of sum it up. Even though, because it sounds negative, it sounds bad what I'm saying, but this is the honest to God truth. And this is where I'm giving y'all the straight measure Kool-Aid. I'm giving y'all the real. So don't put your head in the sand, all right? Don't put your head in the sand. Listen to me. I'm finna tell y'all what's up. Listen to me, all right? Even though it was bad management from front office, even though it's obvious toxicity coming from front office, and it's obvious. I showed y'all Todd Archer praising Collins, praising him, and he got cut. It's not about him being the initial cut. There's no way there should be Ball and Matt make the roster and he doesn't. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. So that tells you that what the show that I did was dead on when I talked about an organization of bastards versus sons. You're not hearing this nowhere else. A lot of people minimize it. They'll say, oh, we prefer our draft picks. They'll minimize it. They'll just make it just kind of a little thing. But if you make that a little thing and you just wash on by that, you also ignoring morale killers. You need morale in the playoffs. You need all your guys playing as one. You need all your guys believing. You don't have time for bastards over here and sons over here. Collins got treated like a bastard. He did. But this is the good news. And this is the best news. The best news is Will McClay, once again, is doing the best Jesus Christ look-alike that I've ever seen, where he turns water into wine. And he go get you the right guy. And he just keep doing it. He just keep doing it over and over. He'll go get you the right guy. And front office will be like, hey, let's just throw him out there. And all logic says that's a bad idea. Hold on real quick. Mickey say, I know you landing the plane, boss. Just saying thanks for a great show. We're staying up because I know you work tomorrow. Yeah. But you know I might go live tomorrow too. So just keep your notifications on. And I obviously appreciate you, Mickey. You always bring good stuff to the chat. Love it. But he turns water into wine. He does, man. And as bad as front office mismanaged this, and you ain't got to get mad at me, boss. Boss, I want to be positive, boss. Every time I go to your channel, you're talking about something that we've done wrong. Yeah, because I want us to fix it. Other channels will just brush over it. They'll just be like, Collins, he's on the practice squad, so what? They'll be like, really? Really? Did you do your homework, dog? Just to minimize it? Like, it's a lot of people out there still begging for swing, and we pretty much had him. We had a swing. And we had one that was putting up good tape. We sure did. But instead of embracing our own, hey, let's go get somebody from the outside. Let's go get somebody from the outside. Let's go get somebody from the outside. It's like, I see somebody that's playing good that we already got over here. How about we just move him to the left and see what he look like? because he looking good on the right. Let's just see what he look like on the left. If he look good on the left like he look good on the right, it look like we got our swing. If somebody asks what's a swing, it's a guy that can play the left tackle or the right tackle. And they the backup generally for the left tackle and the right tackle. That's a swing tackle. That's why they call it swing. They swing both ways. You know what I'm saying? To answer your question. And there's no dumb questions. There's no dumb questions. But we already had them. You know? So I just tell people, man, do your homework, because we've done our homework, and sometimes I can understand why you won't see it. Some of y'all, I've seen people say, who is Collins? But I can't troll them, because I was the same way. When I was over there fully locked in on ball, preseason 1 game, I was locked in. I wasn't looking at nobody but ball, because I was concerned with the swing position. I was like, bro, we got to make sure this dude ready. So my eyes buck. You could touch me, my eyes wouldn't blink. You could slap me, my eyes wouldn't blink. I was that locked in on ball. But then Coach Marv hit me in my stomach. He said, boss, wake up. Oh, what's up, coach? Hey, man, go look at that right. You might be missing something over there. I said, what? Yeah, I don't even know who that guy is. That's what coach said. He said, some guy named Collins. But I'm looking at him, boss, and he looking good. I'm over here like, I'm being honest, y'all. See, I'm not capping to y'all. I'm keeping it real. I was over here like, I was like, coach, tackles don't show up out of nowhere in my mind. Can I keep it real? Coach, if we already got a tackle on this team, that's what I'm thinking. Like, ain't no way. That's what I'm thinking. I swear to God. I'm like, coach over here just drinking Kool-Aid. I'm thinking coach over here drinking Kool-Aid. I'm like, coach, get out of here, man. Ain't no tackle over there playing good. And then I begin to cut up the film. And I was like, God damn. Well, I'll be. Now, is he a starter? We don't know. All we know is this. He played good in practices, and it's even team endorsements on him. Remember, Coach Marv checked with Fowler Sr. Coach Marv did some real investigative work on this. He asked him, hey, Mr. Fowler, what your son think about Collins? He say Fowler was like, the boy can play. And see, I can tell you as a defensive guy, we never give credit unless you earned our respect. God damn. Finish him. Bruh. So some people like to point us as if we hyping up Collins. It's cool. Listen, we drink measured Kool-Aid over here, and we good at it. It's obvious. This channel is good at measuring the facts. We're good at it. We bring our evidence to the table. But the good news and the best news of all, despite the ball drops of front office, because they dropped the ball on Collins. They dropped the ball on preparing Tyler Smith. They dropped it. Nate Newton said it. I said it. Michael Irvin warned about it. Yeah, Jay Tuck warned about it. Like, all of us was sounding the alarm. We was cross-trained. So this is the best news. Despite how bad front office messed this up, I still like what I see in this guy. I still think that Will McClay might have pulled one of them Daks, where he got a guy with that Dak temperament. That guy that's supposed to come in with impossible odds What Nate Newton say? Man, your stepmama not finna be nice to you. You ain't supposed to play good behind Romo. You ain't supposed to win 11 games. It ain't supposed to happen, y'all. But Will McClay be finding these dudes, man. I don't know how Will McClay do it. At some point, I just got to sit back and just say, how you do it, bro? How you keep finding these professionals over and over and over? Bruh. How do you keep finding these dudes? How do you find Terrence Steele as undrafted free agents? Finish him. How do you do it? And then I just listen to the youngster. And I listen to him talk about how serious he takes his diet, how he watches the guys around him, and that he's already investing into himself like he been doing this for 4 years. And right when I want to just say, bro, it's over, I find hope. I do. I listen to him. I look at the then and now. I look at what he did, where 3 months ago he had 4 chins, and I look at him now and he got 1. I know the work that goes into changing your body that fast. And I listen to him when he say his first calls was to Zach Martin, and it was, man, where can I find a place to stay? I need to get with a realtor because I got some stuff. I need to make sure that all my boombox stuff is no. His first words to Zach Martin is, hey man, what workouts should I be working on? What's gonna give me an advantage? What's gonna help me? And then when they say, hey, what's some of the advice that you've been getting? And he say, the same advice I've been getting from everybody is don't be going in here with a big head trying to figure out where the money positions are. Just play where you can contribute to the team, wherever you can help the team, whether it's left guard or left tackle, be ready to help the team. And he took that in. So yeah, I know how it is. Some of y'all come to this channel and y'all be like, Boss is negative. Boss, he's negative. I just want to say go Cowboys. That's all I want, boss. It's like, yeah, me too. And today, guess what? You get to. Because I feel good. Despite this not being my number 1 plan, it's my number 2 plan. Like my number 2 plan was to have Tyler play left tackle because that's a better plan than what's left. Obviously, my number 1 plan was still to play left tackle, activate Collins, who was playing decent at right tackle, and that buys you time to cross-train the rest of the guys and get you through a couple of games, at least with guys who put up some pretty decent film. That's my plan, but we ain't finna go with that plan. I ain't gonna cry. I'm gonna say, all right, we gonna go with Tyler Smith. And since we gonna go with Tyler Smith, let's help him out. Let's run the ball. Let's do those things, quick throws. Don't come in here cocky, Kelly Moore, thinking you can run the same offense as you would with Tyron Smith. Don't do that cocky stuff, because then that's gonna put a lot of pressure on your rookie. And I still ain't forgot. And it's even bigger now that they talked about that he had a high ankle sprain. That's big, y'all. That ain't little. Now, a lot of the media trying to downplay it. Hey, I got a video picture of him right here. As you can see, his ankle is taped. He's okay. He's done some drills. He's okay. Oh, really? A high ankle sprain is okay? Okay, sure. We finna put him on an island with a high... They wouldn't do that, boss. They wouldn't do that. They did it last year with Zeke with a torn PCL. What you mean they wouldn't? They just did it. Oh, they sure did, boss. I guess they would risk their own players like that. Yeah, they would. To be right. And that's why I called it reverse cheap. But I still feel good about Tyler. I do. All right, let me see. All right, I see nobody called in. But we finna be good, y'all, regardless. You know what I'm saying? We just need to play this out smart. I love what I see in Tyler, and I like Love. Yeah. my boy landlord. He said, I think we'll be good, boss. Yeah, me too. I do, landlord. I think we gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? I do. But I'm also just warning. That's it. It's just a warning. It's just like, hey y'all, take this serious. I don't wanna be like, oh, just is cool. Don't worry about it. Like, nah, I don't wanna do it like that. But I want to, bring attention to a serious situation. And that's what we're doing. But I do think we're going to be okay. And when Brandon Knight played left tackle, he was in year 3. And he got a lot of reps before he did that. So we wasn't just throwing even him out there. You know what I mean? We gave him a lot of training camp reps before he played that left tackle. He also had a lot of reps from the previous year where he got monkey wood until he developed, So, but also Tyler Smith has a big upside. He has a big upside. And when I just look at how he's taking care of his body and I just look at him as a professional, I feel good. I do. I really do. I feel good. And listen, y'all should know, if I didn't feel good, I would tell you. I'm not afraid to fight the crowd. Y'all should see that. I'm not afraid. I will fight the whole crowd when I feel like the crowd is wrong. I will fight the crowd. I sure will. But I'm also telling y'all this. This is a good thing. You know what I'm saying? And I've been giving y'all, I ain't gonna lie, I've been hurting a lot of feelings this week. Talking about divorce, the old thinking, and the bastard sons, and the reverse cheat. Like, every one of them titles let you know that it's not gonna be a good day. But this is good. This is good. So if you missed the show, rewind it, catch up to it, because it is good. It's very good. It's very good what we seeing in Tyler Smith. And the most important thing that I see, and this is why I gotta say this before I get out of here. Shout out to my boy Big Game James. Because I was thinking about Big Game James and J Tuck as I was making this, as I was preparing for this content tonight. Because it's one thing you start noticing around your brothers as you do content with them. You start noticing your brother's gifts, all right? Because all of us have different gifts. It's a gift. Like, I'm a teacher. If you haven't noticed that, that's my gift, is I teach. That's my true gift, y'all, is I'm a teacher, okay? I've always been like that. I know how to make complicated things simple. That's my gift, all right? But I was thinking about Big Game James' gift. Big Game James, he can see the heart well. He really can. And he can see in your soul well. And I mean that. I'm not saying that lightly. I'm dead serious on what I'm saying. Hear me out on this. Because Big said something on the final word. And as I was preparing this, I was like, Big was right. My boy Big, because everybody saw us debate this. It was a real debate too. We don't do fake debates. We don't do debates for TV. We don't. It was a real debate. And my boy said at the end of it, he said, boss, I see your concern. He said, but I feel good about Tyler. Now, obviously, this was before I did this research on my own. But he said, I feel good about Tyler. I said, well, what's it? I'm like, what you talking about, big dog? He said, I feel good because he said, bro, you from Dallas. You know what it means to be a Texas boy playing for Dallas. And he said, bro, I know he go play like he playing for his home. And they said, I'm not worried about him mentally. This is what Big said on the final word. And I'm sitting here like, but Big was right. Big was right. As I listened to him talk, as I listened to his professionalism, as I look at how fast he lost that weight, just look at him 3 months ago and look at him now. Just look at it. Just take a look. That is a 3-month dedication to losing weight to be the future tackle. That's clearly what this man has done. It's clear. And the more I was looking at this and more I was preparing, the more I was thinking about Big Game James. And I was like, Big is right. He go play with that Funky Town in him. If y'all don't know what Funky Town is, that's Fort Worth. And see, this is the deal about Fort Worth. Fort Worth and Dallas, we're weird. We're like the DMV. Yeah, landlord, you can see it. He been working. You can see it. And this is what made me start thinking about Big Game James. It's just looking at them pictures, just looking at them before and after pictures. Like, dang, look at this dude, man. This dude been putting in major work, not little work, major work. And this is the thing about DFW, like the DMV. Like the DMV, they like a brotherhood up there and a sisterhood. They look at each other as one. Maryland, Virginia, DC, they look at each other together. That's how we see Fort Worth here. Like, even though Big Game James from Fort Worth, I look at him like he from Dallas. Even though I'm from Dallas, he look at me like I'm from Fort Worth. That's the truth. That's the truth. Yeah. So we got that DMV spirit here. And and I felt big on that. I was like, this dude gonna be all right, man. Like, even though they put him in a hard place, I feel like he gonna be all right. Now, that's not based on logic. That's a feeling. It's a feeling. And I don't like to use feelings. But for right now, I'm gonna use it just a little bit. That I just like what I'm seeing in him. Because talk is cheap. You could talk all day, but when you come back and you showing it with how your body look, okay, now I trust you. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to conclude with that, man, and just kind of let y'all know we gonna be okay. We gonna be okay, Cowboys. Yes, we do got some stubborn front office people. Yeah, we do. We do. We have stubborn front office people. We do. That sometimes get in their own way. That's true. But that does not mean that we don't have the men that can get us through this. We gonna need them. They gonna need to ball out. But I swear to God, I think I see it. I think we do have the rare men that can get us through this. Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matter. Y'all stay up. Peace.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Dracarys.
Boss Cowboy Sports.